the storm with your heart. Play the storm with your heart.
And one time. Let me tell you something. Raheem Morris is the new coach of the Falcons. Yeah.
That's
then
interesting.
you have Brian Callahan, who was the OC for the Bengals, is now the coach of the Tennessee Titans. We're still waiting for Commanders, but it looks like they're going to go Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
They just haven't officially announced it yet.
Well, they can't.
Yeah, they can't really. So and then we have we also have the Chargers officially named Jim Harbaugh as the head coach. I know that's gonna be great. That's gonna be depending on who's the coordinator, but Jim Harbaugh, generally speaking, when it comes to QBs, especially in the pros, he's done wonders with Alex Smith and with Colin Kaepernick. It seems like he understands. He knows how to like just give confidence to these quarterbacks. So that's gonna be really good for Justin Herbert's growth as a QB and also trying to get back to winning, getting in a winning culture. So that'll be really good for him. And Antonio Pierce.
The man knows something about defense.
Yeah, and Antonio Pierce, he's the Raiders. He's with the Raiders.
Good. Thank you for doing the right thing for once, Raiders.
Mm-hmm. And then who else we have?
Didn't the Panthers hire Dave Canales?
Dave Canal. That's a really good hire.
Jerry.
Really good hire for the Panthers. It's gonna.
I'm so sick of that.
Look, all Bryce Young needs is wide receivers that can separate in a good old line.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
which is easier said than done, but that's really what he needs.
Especially without that first round pick.
Hey, but this wide receiver draft.
Oh yeah, it's deep.
Man,
it's a lot of dudes, man. I can't wait to break it down.
That combine, the combine. Oh, I can't wait. Quarterbacks and the receivers. Oh, that's gonna be all time right there. But anywho, who else? We already mentioned the Patriots, and I forgot. I don't know if there's any other hires. I can't remember.
Who the Patriots hired?
Gerard Mayo.
Oh yeah.
Remember Gerard Mayo?
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that might be it.
No one got Bobby Slowick, right?
No.
Okay.
Nah, nobody got Bobby Slowick. I will say this. I think I brought this up.
Seattle still looking.
Oh yeah, Seattle's still looking. That's right.
It's looking like Dan Quinn.
Yeah, it might be, which is a mistake. But
please take him.
It is a mistake. But anyway, yeah. So Seattle and Washington I think they're the two teams that still haven't found their head coach yet. I brought this up because there's one name that hasn't gotten a head coaching hiring.
Bill Belichick.
And
Mike Vrabel.
So I want to leave Mike Vrabel out of this. I want to specifically talk about Bill Belichick because I believe this is an interesting topic for that reason. So Bill Belichick was only interviewed by the Falcons. He was interviewed twice. He ultimately didn't get the job. It was Raheem Morris instead. I think this is very telling, just the times that we're in and just Bill Belichick's age. I mean, the dude's in his 70s.
Yeah.
And I think that these organizations and us fans at times, we're like, yo, the stuff you did in New England, that has nothing to do with the stuff you're going to do for us. Like, that resume of yours was with Tom Brady. Let's just face facts. It was with Tom Brady. And without Tom Brady, you haven't done much. And so I think organizations are looking at it like that, and they're like, well, what have you done without the greatest quarterback of all time? And he hasn't done anything. Now, you obviously need a quarterback to win, but the fact that he's been a coach before he had Tom Brady, and after he had Tom Brady, and he was never able to win again. He was never able to really win that much consistently. It's very telling. And he's old school. He came from, an older time where things were a lot different. He probably wants a lot more control than what the Falcons are willing to give him. And then also the coaching staff with Matt Patricia and with Joe Judge and with Josh McDaniels, it probably wasn't to their liking, especially for the players that are there. They probably wouldn't vibe, gel well with him. So I think it's just very telling that he didn't get other interviews besides the Falcons. Well, what is your reaction to that?
I think teams is heading into a new direction because, like you said, Bill Belichick is pretty old. He could retire at any time. We wouldn't know. So I think it would make sense, especially in the Falcons' case, if you're going to go for a defensive coach, just go for the young one that's from the McVay tree that probably has adopted those offensive philosophies and know what to look for in the coordinator that they want and what type of scheme that would best utilize the Bijan, Pitts, and Drake London. So I mean, it makes sense for them. I know Falcons fans aren't very happy about it because defensive minded coaches, but when you from a tree like McVay and when you hire from a tree like DeMeco Ryans came from San Francisco, they usually adopt that philosophy of the offense because they see it in practice, they see it in practice on the field during game day. So I don't think Raheem Morris would hire some lame duck OC that's going to run this vanilla offense. I think he's going to get guys that's really going to help their playmakers and maximize their potential, honestly. But let's back to Bill Belichick, though. So I just think, like you said, I don't think the Falcons were willing to give up a lot of control as far as personnel goes and how things are running, things like that. Yeah, so I just think these coaches, these owners and GMs are going towards a more younger approach at coaching.
Yeah, and also another thing that is I think pays dividends for just Raheem Morris and the reason why he is ultimately the head coach of the Falcons right now.
Then he used to coach for them, right?
He was a wide receiver coach.
Yeah.
So not only was he a coach on the defensive side of things, he was a coach on the offensive side of things. So he understands both sides. And I think it's very compelling to get somebody from the Sean McVay tree because not only are you from that tree, but you're going to bring somebody over as well. So, like the passing game coordinator, I believe he's going to possibly go to the Atlanta Falcons and be the OC. Big. So that's a huge thing. It's not just about, you hired a head coach. What is this coaching staff going to look like? And I believe that depending on where you get the coach from, it can pay dividends for the team, for the organization. Just the Texans are a perfect example with DeMeco Ryans and him bringing on Bobby Slowick and how tremendous he was for the young QB for C.J. Stroud and his development. And so I think this was a fantastic hire for multiple reasons. Raheem Morris, he's had experience as a head coach, albeit it was a long time ago. It was like 2011 or something like that. And he was also an interim coach after Dan Quinn got fired, I believe it was. So he's had experience. He's learned from his mistakes, and he's from the Shanahan tree. He's been around Sean McVay, so he understands what's winning like. He's been a wide receiver coach before, so he understands offense. He's versatile. He's not just a one-trick pony. He's not just a guy that only knows defense. Like, he understands the offensive terminology and stuff like that. So I think he's a really good hire. I'm glad that the Atlanta Falcons did their homework and they didn't just go with the popular choice. Like, they're really trying to make their team better. And Jalen Ramsey co-signed him. He said he's a really good coach. Okay. And Ryan Clark, he was a part of the Washington Redskins at the time, and Raheem Morris was there, and he said he's one of his favorite coaches. So he seems like a likable guy. He seems like a coach that will vibe really well with the new generation. And he was around Sean McVay. So Sean McVay, he's a younger dude and he vibes really well with the players. So he could really connect with those players. And I believe he'll bode well for Drake London, for B. John, for all those guys. Desmond Ridder, on the other hand, I think he's a lost cause. But all those other skills position guys, the Kyle Pitts, etc., the B. Johns and all of them, I think they'll really like Raheem Morris's coaching, and I'm excited. I really am. They just need a quarterback. They just need a quarterback.
Good.
Justin Fields, baby, let's get it.
That'd be super fun. That'd be very fun.
Yeah, but Bill Belichick, I think he needs to retire. I think his days are numbered. Honestly, he's too old, bro. Like, you were born in, like, Dr. King was still alive. I think W.E.B. Du Bois was still alive. Like, he's old, man. He's old.
72?
Yeah,
73, something like
he's
that?
old, bro. Like, your days are numbered, man. Like, it's okay. You have 6 rings. It's all right, dude. Like, you're not a part of the times anymore. It's just that simple. Like, it's a new day and age, new generation. These guys don't want to be coached by that old school, I'm going to yell in your face and we're going to do military style, so, yeah, man. All right, well, let's go to the association.
Do you think it's a possibility
Yeah, what's up?
that they would possibly be coordinators instead of head coaches?
You talking about
I
Bill
don't see
Belichick?
him-
Hell
him-
no. Hell no. Bill Belichick got too much pride. He's the dude that had Tom Brady leave. He
Yeah,
forced
true.
Tom Brady's hand and he had to leave. This dude has too much pride. It's either head coach
Or nothing.
or I'm out.
Yeah.
That's just who he is. I don't see him becoming no damn coordinator. Maybe a consultant. Maybe one day he'll be a consultant, but I don't see a coordinator at all in this day and age for Bill Belichick. He has too much pride and he's won too much to be just a coordinator.
Look, cold world, still a cold world. And a couple of y'all is cool, but we a little more thorough. Whole time, a little more girls. You know I spit that sick shit and it's still no cure. Hold up, loud pack.